Today, we're going to dive into the work of DORCE, a real powerhouse in the world of prefabricated modular construction. We're going to focus specifically on their incredible track record. I mean, they've delivered some seriously complex, large-scale projects all across the African continent.
All right, here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll see what makes DORCE a leader in their field. Then we'll walk through how they handle a project from start to finish. After that, we'll get into the real proof, their work across Africa. We'll also touch on their commitment to quality and wrap up by looking at what makes them a solid partner for the future. All right, so first things first, let's talk about where DORCE stands in the industry. We're talking about a company with over 40 years of global experience. That's a long time. And they haven't just been around. They've truly built a reputation as a leader in this space. Wow, okay, and this image right here, this pretty much says it all. You can see we're not just talking about putting up a few buildings. No way. We're looking at entire communities built with incredible speed and precision. This picture alone really gives you a sense of the sheer scale and power DORCE brings to the table. So, what's really interesting about how DORCE operates is that they're not just a contractor. They're also one of Europe's biggest manufacturers of these prefabricated steel structures. Having that dual role, well, it gives them an incredible amount of control over the whole process, all the way from the factory floor right to the final project site. And that dual role we just mentioned, it leads directly into this idea of an integrated project lifecycle. Basically, DORCE offers a complete turnkey solution. And that's absolutely crucial, right? Especially when you're working in really challenging or remote places. Being able to control all the logistics and guarantee quality from one single source, that's a huge advantage. So the key here is their EPC capability. That stands for engineering, procurement, and construction. And what it really means is they handle everything. It all starts with the design and engineering phase. Then it moves to their own in-house manufacturing. They handle the global logistics to get it there. They do the on-site installation, and then they stick around for commissioning and support. It really is the whole shebang, from start to finish. And to pull off this end-to-end service, they've got a whole arsenal of modern construction methods at their disposal. It's like having the perfect tool for any job. So it doesn't matter what a project needs, whether it's modular steel buildings or these massive pre-engineered structures, they can pick the absolute best technology to get it done efficiently and effectively. And because they're so versatile, they can work in a ton of different sectors. I mean, look at this list. We're talking massive worker camps for the energy industry, hospitals and clinics, military bases, entire housing projects, schools, you name it. Their portfolio just screams adaptability. Okay, now we get to the heart of it. Let's talk about their proven expertise in Africa. This is where the rubber really meets the road, where we see all those capabilities we just talked about put into action on some seriously impressive projects across the continent. Let's kick things off with this incredible project in Mauritania. DORCE built the Tasiast gold mine village, and it's not just a camp, it's a complete community for 8,400 people. Just think about that. It's a perfect example of the kind of work they do in the really demanding oil, gas, and mining sectors. And the scale just keeps getting bigger. In Mozambique, an LNG village for 9,500 people. Over in Gabon, they built a housing project for almost 600 families. Then in Libya, they put up camps for the Great Man-Made River Project. At a certain point, the numbers really do speak for themselves, don't they? But it's not just about housing thousands of people. DORCE's work is also absolutely vital for supporting other kinds of critical infrastructure. We're talking about highly specialized stuff like military installations and major industrial facilities. And just check out the range here. In Djibouti, an aircraft hangar for the Japanese Army. In Guinea, mining facilities for Rio Tinto. In 23 different locations. In Morocco, a mobilization camp for a huge pipeline. And in Niger, a worker camp for a uranium plant. I mean, that's what you call an extensive footprint. It's a powerful statement about how trusted their expertise is all across the continent. So you might be wondering, how in the world do they pull off these incredibly complex projects so successfully? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is their absolute dedication to quality, safety, and sustainability. And they're not just winging it, everything is benchmarked against the highest global standards. Get a load of this number, 10 million. That's 10 million man-hours on one single project without a single lost time injury. That means no one got hurt badly enough to miss work. That is just a world-class safety record. It says so much about their discipline and how much they care about their people.
And this commitment isn't just a promise. It's backed up by major international certifications. You see things like ISO 9001 for quality, others for environmental management and health and safety. And these are a big deal. They aren't just fancy logos to put on a website. They are solid proof that DORCE is systematically dedicated to doing things the right way.
And I think this quote from their sustainability policy really nails their whole philosophy. It shows that for them, it's about way more than just construction. It's about building responsibly. It's about having sustainable supply chains and just having strong business ethics across the board. Okay, so all of this brings us to our final point. Let's talk about why DORCE is really seen as a partner for the future, someone you can build with, knowing you've got confidence and reliability on your side.
When you boil it all down, it really comes to this. DORCE has this incredible mix of over 40 years of hard-won experience, and they combine that with the very latest construction methods. That blend, that powerful mix of experience and innovation, that's their secret sauce. That's how they deliver these huge projects on time and to the absolute highest standard.
And so that really just leaves us with one final thought. If you're part of an organization planning a big project, especially somewhere challenging, the real question is, are you ready to partner with someone who has proven again and again that they can actually deliver on their promises?
So if you want to learn more about how DORCE could help with your next project, all their contact info is right there for you. Thanks for joining me.